Hey, it's Kool Cat Eats. Hello and welcome to the first episode of Kool Cat Eats. I'm your host, Snack Master Joe, and I'm totally different from Drink Master Joe. Totally different person. Now, this is it's practically the same as Kool Cat Drinks, except we're going to be trying foods, hence the name. But it's not going to be as show's not going to be done every week like Kool Cat Drinks. It's going to just periodically show up every once in a while when I find some things I'd like to eat. Food's a bit harder to store than drink. I can't just I can put cans of drink away and they'll last for ages. Food, not so much. So the schedule for the drinks will still be Monday and Friday, and then this will show up maybe once in a while, and other days. So I thought we'll start with a chip. Everyone likes potato chips, and these are Lay's spicy crayfish flavour. Now these are Chinese Lays, which the Asian Lays are the most common Lays to find in New Zealand. It's just obvious reasons, we're closer to Asia than we are America. And also, they'll be cheaper. American stuff is really expensive nowadays. Our money is quite weak against the dollar at the moment. And, less politics we'll get into, the better, I say. A bit history of Lay's. Was founded in 1938. By a guy's last name was Lay. I can't remember his first name, but it was Lay's. Or Lay. And so a bit of history about Lay's potato chips. Founded in 1932 by Mr. Lay. He started producing potato chips. There's a really good episode of The Food That Built America about him. You should watch that show. That series is really good if you like food history, like I do. And then 1961, they merged with Frito to make Frito-Lay. So like the guys who make Doritos and stuff, and all those other corn-based chips, they merged with these, Lay's potato chips. And I think now they're owned by PepsiCo. I think they're all owned by PepsiCo now, but. I should just explain the scoring systems and stuff, I guess. It'll be like Kool Cat Drinks, as in there's 3 categories, but instead of can color taste, it's packaging color taste. So it'll be out of 5. Should be interesting. This is going to be interesting flavor. You don't normally get, you get prawn cocktail. It's going to be interesting, this. I was thinking of doing smell as a rating, but I thought if I get into chocolates and stuff, it's not going to really smell that much, so anyway, let's get into the packaging. Okay, this is the packaging review for Lay's spicy crayfish flavor. I like the pink color. It gives me prawn cocktail vibes, which is one of my favorite flavors of chips is prawn cocktail. I like this little crawfish here. Crayfish, crawfish, same thing, really. It's a freshwater mollusk that looks like a lobster, but they're crawfish in America, they're crayfish everywhere else. They're kura in New Zealand, but that's our own variety. Clearly, these are the spices that are in it. Minus 50% something. I don't know. I can't speak Chinese. There's chili. There's pepper. Looks like there's edible essence. Lots of different things. I actually like this. 4 out of 5. I think it's a pretty nice looking package. 4 out of 5, yeah. And now, colour, or look. Jeez. Sorry, these are. Smells like seafood, that's for sure. And spices is what you expect. Let's get a chippy up. Look at that chip. Smells spicy. These look like kettle chips. Are Lay's chips normally like kettle style chips? I'm not, you know. It looks like a kettle. It's very thin. You notice the chip is very thin. It's like, that's why I think it was like a kettle chip, because they're usually like thin and they kind of look like this. Oh, this is big. They don't smell that bad. I thought they would smell like overly fishy. Smell quite nice, quite pleasant. Chip looks cool. Looks like a, yeah, like a very thin kettle chip, I would say. There's bubbles and stuff. Not super covered in spice or anything. 3 out of 5 for the chip, because it looks like just a normal potato chip. It's not super spicy or anything. Smells quite pleasant. Yeah, 3 out of 5 for the potato chip. That's just a chip. Nothing too crazy. I've got some other chips that could be crazier. I just thought Lay's, that's a like kind of a, I was going to say it's internationally well known, but not really. I don't know if a lot of people in New Zealand here would know what Lay's is. We get Bluebirds, you know, Bluebird, Heartlands. We have our own brands instead of American brands. But I thought it'd be interesting because seafood. I like seafood. I like spice. It's one thing you don't have to worry about with drinks is crumbs. Jeez. Let's get into taste, eh? I've got a glass of water here just in case I need to, wash my palate. It's definitely a potato chip. It's definitely crustacean-y. But it's a good crustacean-y. The spice is getting there. Like a little tingle in my back of the throat. I wonder what spice. Chili powder. Pepper. It's not. I guess it's like Chinese spice. Wait, I think there's a coriander seed on the packet. There is a crayfish, like seafood taste to it, but it's not overtly seafood tasting. I don't like seafood. That one there was much more crustacean-y. But it certainly tastes like seafood flavouring and less like like the actual thing. Because I love prawns. I haven't tried crayfish, but I love prawns, scampi, crayfish. Well, rock lobster, whatever, what we call crayfish. Side chips are nice. They're not overtly horrible. Would I buy them again? No. They're getting less spicy and more just crustacean-y. Which I'm not the biggest fan of that flavour. Wish they were a bit more spicy. I mean, it's got the crayfish down, I think. It's just not spicy enough for my taste. So I'm gonna have to go it. It's not overly horrible. I'm glad it's got spice to it. Because if it's just crustacean flavour, I think it would have been worse. You know what I mean? 3 out of 5. They're not horrible. Yeah. If you don't like seafood, like crustaceans, you probably won't like this. You'll probably, put yourself off it. It's not as strong flavour smelling as I thought it would be. So, if you don't like super strong flavours or smells, you probably won't. The smell's not super strong, so it probably won't get you there, but it's definitely a seafood chip. Yeah. We've given a 3 out of 5. It's not horrendous. I thought there was a high chance it could have been horrendous, but it's just a potato chip, like a shellfish tasting potato chip with some spice that gets you in the back of your throat, but it's not overpowering. I wish there was a bit more spice. But 3 out of 5, it's not bad. It's not a bad chip. Interesting. There's some other flavours there. There's a Swiss cheese one, which could have been good. I'll just have to go back to the shop, And I thought chips would be, for first episode, I thought chips would be good. Because I think chips and like lollies and sweets and stuff would be what I mainly review on the show. So, because I like English chips, crisps, they're really good. An excuse to eat more of them would be fabulous. I just have to order them and whatnot. Anyway, packaging, I gave it a 4. I like the crayfish. I like the colour. Chips, the colour, I gave it a 3. It just looks like a chip with some slight flavouring on it. Taste, I gave it a 3. It's not overtly shellfishy, not spicy enough. I think it was more, if it was more shellfishy, it would have been a lower score, All in all, it's not a bad chip, and I think for for the first episode of Kool Cat Eats. You know, I thought couldn't be hurt. Yeah, so this will just be a fun little, you know, little odd show that will show up every once in a while. To complement the drinks. Yeah, so this has been Kool Cat Eats Lay's spicy crayfish flavour. I've been your host, Snack Master Joe, and I hope you guys don't get a crayfish snip yet. Beep, beep. Oh, crayfish! Ah!